Excellent. All right. You are joining us. This is a new segment that we have developed for every bit of horror. It is called Fantastic Accounts, and today we have Brother Possum with us, and he is going to share an experience that we're calling the balloon. So basically, take it from there. Just as you want to tell your story, tell it the way that feels the most comfortable.
Okay. This happened back in 2020. Um, Actually, no, 2010. My mother's birthday was March 13th, mine was the 16th, and she died the evening of the 17th. Because it was our birthdays, a lot of times after I got older, we celebrated together. So we had all the festivities, all the fixings, because I knew that it was going to be her final birthday. She wasn't going to live another year.
Oh, did she have something wrong with her?
Yeah, she had lung cancer that metastasized to the brain, and that's what killed her. Knocked it down once, and it was like the horror monsters. It came roaring back and took her out in like a week. Anyway, she had died, and we had the birthday, wish that she had been there. But, we had the cake and the balloons and everything. My niece, Callie, my daughter, Taylor, and I were piled up on my bed. My room was the living room of the house, actually, but we put bed, dresser, stuff like that in there. So it was the first room to the left when you started down the hall. We had a baby gate up because Callie had a little sister who was beginning to walk, and we needed to have Jessie stay up in the front of the house so that we could be sure she stayed out of trouble. All right. So we have the dining room, the hallway with the baby gate, and then my room on the left. So we're laying there, we're talking, we're chatting, not unusual for my house. And all of a sudden, and we're looking out in the hall, all of a sudden a birthday balloon comes up to the gate. And we're like, oh, okay. The central air was down the hall, and we thought maybe it had floated by, and the suction or intake of the central air was strong enough to get this balloon over. Well, the balloon raised up, had the streamer on the bottom, raised up, string cleared the baby gate, came back down, and it went bobbing off down the hall. We all look at each other going, well, that was strange. So we're there for a while. We're talking, everything. 5 minutes later, here comes the balloon back up the hall, raises up, string clears the baby gate, comes back down, and goes floating off into the dining room. We all look at each other again. And then my daughter goes, oh, hell no. So she jumps up. We follow. She vaults over the baby gate, grabs the balloon and ties it to a chair. And goes, this balloon's not doing that again. And that probably was your grandmother telling us hi and checking on us. I don't care. The balloon is not doing that again. And she didn't tie one of those nice little slip knot things. She double knotted it onto the chair so that it was not escaping. And when the balloon finally deflated, we had to get scissors and cut the string off the chair. But that was our weird story. We still talk about that. That it was extremely strange and rather disturbing. Well, comforting and disturbing at the same time. But Taylor was like, we're not doing that again. So she tied the balloon off, and that was that. But I've seen other stuff like this, where someone dies and then a balloon, or there's stories about people finding pennies in strange places, which finding pennies is supposed to be a sign from the other side that someone's trying to communicate. And in the stories, the pennies are always face up, never face down. And that's what the unusual thing. If it fell out of your pocket, if you take a penny and you throw it up in the air 10 times, and you count how many times it comes up, tails up, or face up, you're going to get
5 and 5. Yeah.
You would expect. But these things always, 10 out of 10, Lincoln's face is face up. So, anyway, that's my balloon story. Maybe creepy, maybe not. But we were creeped out about it.
Bottom line is, it's a fantastic account.
It is.
And we do appreciate you sharing that with us. Guys, this is an example, a very good one, of what we were kind of talking about when we were doing the movie reviews. But if any of you have similar stories or anything, whether it's related to ghosts or cryptids or just a strange occurrence, and you would like to share that with us, please put a comment in the comment section, or you can just simply say, hey, Frosty, can you get a hold of me, and me and you'll talk, and we'll see if we can set up either an interview or however you would like to share your story with both Possum and me and the other listeners, or we'll work something out. We do appreciate everyone who in the future who will wind up. But these fantastic accounts, almost everyone I talk to has got something similar. And it's just, I think today, hopefully science is getting to the point that they understand that there's a lot of things that they just can't explain, and there's a reason behind it. And this is, to me, the more that you talk about it, the more you bring it to light, the more you find out that other people have similar experiences. And, how's the old saying going? A duck's a duck, a duck. If it quacks, it quacks, it quacks. So anyways, we would appreciate that. All right, we're going to stop here with this story. Maybe in the future we can convince Possum to tell us some more fantastic accounts. I'm sure he's got some. And we'll see you.
At least 2.
We'll see you next time.